Okay. Hello, everyone. Welcome to this our weekly meeting for littlefish. The first thing on our agenda is Whitepaper and Tokenomics updates. So, as we just mentioned, we'll be starting work on our Whitepaper, and we'll be using the Jira platform to distribute tasks. And Jacob will be helping us with organizing. We will also be looking into how we're going to implement tokenomics. We'll be using the flowchart that Jem has made. We'll probably be making some headway there after we get something done on the white paper. But those are our primary targets at this point. And with that, I think we can go into the first donation cycle review, right?
Yeah. So I think I will take over. Last week, we concluded our donation cycle, and we got 24 votes for Özgür's proposal, and we transferred the amount 1,000 Ada to Özgür for starting his proposal on Kocaeli. So would you like to say something, Özgür, about it?
Yeah, I would like to thank you for the generous contribution, really. So I already took small initiatives. So the idea is to grow 200 seedlings and move them to the area where where there is a clear cut 30 years before. And since then, there is nothing growing there. It's just a 7,000 square meter area where I would like to grow and design it as a food forest based on permaculture principles. So starting from March, because it's currently snowing here, it's not possible to go and design something there. So seedling bags are ready, and seeds are different fruit seeds. I already had them, so I will plant them, and then in summertime we will move these seedling bags to that area, and we will need to open the gate, and most of the budget actually will be spent for backhoe loader to clean the area, to clean the path, to move something there. And we will also have some secure area to keep the seedlings from animals, and we will use the fences there. So that's the idea for the first cycle of donation. It is, I think, a kind of common standard nowadays for Cardano-based projects. We are doing a lot of planting projects. So it's one of the examples of this Cardano movement, let's say that. We are planting trees. Some people cut, some people plant again. And that's Cardano-based.
Congratulations, sir.
Thank you once again.
Congratulations, pretty cool. I wanted to ask, what will most of the budget be spent on, did you say? Defenses?
Excuse me?
What did you say most of the budget will go to? The fences, did you say?
Yeah, fences and the backhoe loader at the beginning. Because permaculture design, you know, you need to have the design by creating swales, basically, because most of the problem for the trees are that we lose the quality soil, topsoil, and there are pretty much rain, but if we cannot keep this rain on the soil and let it flow over the soil, then it takes all the quality soil. So we will need to design based on the permaculture principles actually. So pretty much costs will be spent for that kind of design, permaculture principle design. The other part will be done voluntarily, of course, with children. Yeah, what I will do is that I will also try to use for the visibility of the Littlefish Foundation. I will keep updating community through LinkedIn, my profile, because I have around 2,000 followers. I think I can have the highest impact there, taking attention of the professionals. But we have also have around, I think, more than 1,000 followers in Facebook. So that's a kind of social aspect. We will share news from the association.
Okay. Do we have the light paper? I think we had a light paper, or do we want to start a document? So, sorry, Joran, go ahead. You have a question? Or...
No, so first of all, congratulations. It was very close. It was very close with other proposals. So congratulations for the success. I think, as I mentioned in the last call, I think it will be very, very important to start and to realize how we do the impact ledger. Okay, so exactly record where the money is going for, every expense, and exactly record every impact that is happening for every dollar. I think that will be very important to start understanding how to build the impact ledger for projects. That's my recommendation.
Yeah, I think one thing that we should consider for such kind of donations is that, for example, the Ada 1,000 Ada is still in that account, and there was a lot of decrease in the Ada cost. I mean Ada price. So it is a bit vagueness, I don't know whether should I immediately exchange that money, that Ada, or just wait for a while, maybe the Ada price will increase. So depending on that Ada price, the report will differently, of course. I mean, for me, it's very important that also to show the community that we establish a trust, and this should be known by the community how it's spent. So that's one question, basically, in my mind, and I think to everyone that we should maybe have a kind of rules or some indicators to keep in mind.
Jacob?
I'm not clear on that.
Yes, hi guys. Hi Oscar. I completely understand where you're coming from, and I think it's very tricky with the volatility of crypto, because some people will tell you, okay, you should sell immediately when you receive the donation. Some will say, okay, you have to sell when the price is right, and I'm sure there will be a group of people who will say you should never sell it, you should stake it. So yeah, it's I think this needs to be established in the kind of rules that we will set up for other proposals in Littlefish.
Actually, I would like to disagree with that, because I think like every project has is different, and for some it might be better to pay it out immediately. For some, it's better to, or they can allow themselves to hold it and do something else, mistake it or whatever. I like to, for myself, I like to just hold my Ada, obviously, but only, you know, when I get Ada, I usually offer either a service or I did buy something or something like that. Yeah.
Hmm. Yeah, but I think it might be controversial when we get to the point where we want to track those expenses, and within a matter of couple of days, something that could have been I don't know, $1,500 becomes $1,000 or $950. So it's always going to be a challenge. I don't have the answer for that, but I think we should try to at least verbally, in the copy somewhere on the website, protect ourselves to say, look, these are potential scenarios, and it's likely to happen, and we can't do anything about that.
I think. No, sorry, Jacob. I cut you.
No, I'm done. Thank you.
Yeah, I think we need to inform the projects that this is the risk of getting it in Ada, right? And they need to make the decision finally, and they need to report what they do. I mean, but we need to inform them before they get the money, the risk of getting the money in Ada. They need to make the decision. What's important, what is in their control is when they take out the money, it's in their control. Their control is the expenses, what they spend the money on, and it's on their control to report the impact that they did.
Yeah.
So whenever they transfer, for example, from Ada to dollars or to euros, they need to report that, right? I mean, they need to register that. So we know the exact amount that was transferred. Then they bought something with that. They bought a fence. Okay, the receipt of the fence. I mean, to be really methodical on that, I think that is very important for transparency and traceability.
Okay, and is there any recommended or preferred gateway between Ada and Fiat that we want to suggest, or is that entirely down to end users?
Well, there are too many options, and there are different countries prefer different exchanges. I mean, Binance is a kind of standard. I think most of the countries have. In Turkey, we have Binance, but I don't use Binance so often. So it is difficult to push someone to create an account in one exchange, I think. And there is not other way.
Yeah.
So far.
Yeah.
Because what would be worthwhile is not only to track whether someone managed to to buy a fence or whatever and show the receipt, but also to track whether the project is successful or not, or how in what's, like, put some KPIs on top of that, OKRs. Or is that outside of scope for what we're doing?
No, it's very important for me. That's for me, the impact measurement and KPI, it's very important. But don't forget also, in the next funding round, it's not going to be in one time. The donation is going to be directly from donors to projects, right? And it's going to be ongoing process. It's not going to be a monthly process. So this is going to change, right?
Yes, we will completely changing it. Yeah.
That is where I think we could integrate AdaPay, because AdaPay process transactions that can be done directly from debit or credit card, and no need to think about exchanges or anything like that. So that's a good option, I believe, to integrate into a future project.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
Great idea. Yeah.
Is it currently working for all countries, Sebastian?
Well, it works for Visa.
Yes. Yes,
Okay.
it works using the Visa MasterCard API, so it's not like
Hmm.
doing any crypto transactions. So it should work for all countries that have those systems.
Okay, I know, of course, other pay, but I have never tried, so I open an account there. Thank you for sharing.
So if you don't have any questions, we can skip to the white paper and the technical team.
Do we have a Jira board for that?
Yes. Suspect.
To slow down.
Can you give?
Yep. Okay, it is now.
Yes, maybe someone else can share. I think sharing breaks my computer. Got too many tabs open.
I can share it
Which
if you send me the link.
I saw the Miro board for like a second, so maybe actually
Yeah,
it
yeah.
worked. I don't know. Simon, do you want to try again?
I at least have to close one or two windows. No, I think it's. I don't want you to wait on me because the computer gets stuck.
Okay, which file were you sure?
I don't know. You said you had my report for the white paper and or tokenomics.
Yeah, I will show the Jira board, in fact,
All right.
that you don't have. Okay, can you give me permission? Okay,
Yes. Yeah.
great. So this is our Jira board. We created it with Jacob yesterday. So here we started to put the epics of white paper. If you want to be in the technical team, if anybody wants to be in the technical team, please let me know. So you can also add epics here. Just send me your email address and I will add you to the team, okay? So we can have the distribution of the technical work so we can easily and fastly complete the white paper. We want to finish the white paper as soon as possible so we can have the light paper afterwards and we can distribute everything in the social media. So if you have suggestions, maybe Jacob, you can explain the details of the thing.
Yeah, sure. So for those of you who are not familiar with Jira, it's a software development management tool. At least this is how we're going to use that. So you create tickets and you move them through a Kanban process. So from to do, in progress, and testing until it moves all the way to the right to the done column. So in this particular view, we're looking into the roadmap. It allows us to kind of do a sort of a waterfall approach, which basically allows us to visualize in time when we expect things to happen. Appreciate this might not be necessary for what we're doing here for the white paper, but it's a nice to have, and perhaps it will be useful. So if we need it, we can use it. I think it's wise that we start with this one project in Jira, the white paper project. I suggested that we use epic level tickets as our chapters for the white paper. Think of it as a meaningful part of it. Obviously, we don't know how long our white paper will be, but think of it as a section of white paper. So we've identified those 6 sections that you can see right now, and effectively these are the Jira tickets. So right now I think they're empty, but if you click any of them, Jan, perhaps you can go to one of them. Yeah, that would open the tickets, and here we can define the tickets, write comments, assign the tickets, attach things to it, create subtasks inside that. So we can do quite a lot. Out of curiosity, from people on call, who had any exposure to Jira before?
Me. I'm a software developer, so I'm using Jira and Trello.
Okay.
Yeah, actually, I'm not usually using Jira because it's too complicated for what I'm doing on software development. Trello doing fine for me. So, but
yeah, well, effectively, it's a very similar tool.
Yeah.
So I guess we'll be working in sprints. We'll be working in time box periods of probably 2 or 3 weeks time. We'll decide on that. I agree. Jira is a powerful tool. It's for someone who never used it before, it might look quite complex, but effectively it's a to-do list. It's an intelligent to-do list, basically.
yeah, it always looks like an overkill of Trello to me.
Yeah.
It's like,
Yeah. Well, to me, Trello is a simple version of that.
Yeah.
It's just a simple version of backlog of Kanban.
Yeah.
With Jira, you can do a little more, but equally, Trello could be a powerful tool if implemented properly.
Yeah.
Have we considered GitHub? A lot of the community is moving towards using GitHub boards as kind of their way of issue tracking and managing agile kind of things, and it'll become a familiar tool for more and more people.
Yeah, projects, I think.
Yes, also the reporting process will be easier for if we are on GitHub. And also
Okay.
iteration.
Yeah, it's also possible. We can vote for that. What do you think?
I'm cool. Yeah, I've used that before. Equally, comprehensive and powerful. So I don't see why not.
Okay, I think Jira is close to the system. If you want to make it public, we have to pay some money to that one.
Yeah, I think up to 10 users we're free, and after more than 10, we would need to pay something.
Yeah, for public availability, it's also required to pay something. I know from our Jira deployment in the company.
Yeah.
Okay, what do you think? What's our decision? So we can set up the GitHub also. We already have a GitHub, but we can use the boards, Kanban, and the other stuff there.
You can use GitHub projects section for the organization project.
I would be in favor of that. I mean, I'm very familiar with Jira. My company that I used to work at used it extensively, and I'm really used to it. But at the same time, it does cost money. And if we're thinking of growth and open source and things like that, then GitHub seems to make more sense. Plus, a lot of the community will be familiar with it more and more over time.
Yes. Do we want to vote by showing hands or?
Yeah, we can show our hands, so it's okay.
All right, then who is for Jira?
For GitHub, let us say.
Who is for GitHub?
I can go. I can vote for both. I
Okay.
I understand why GitHub might be a better choice here.
Okay, I will be setting up GitHub projects then. I will share all with you. So we should also raise the hands for the technical team. Who want to be in the technical team? Okay.
I'm not sure, to be honest.
Yeah,
Okay.
what's the expectations for that team?
Yeah, technical team will sort up the white paper, tokenomics, and the first MVP named direct donations. So we will set up the Bluetooth codes, smart contracts, testnets, and we will deploy them, and we will have some sort of tests. We will write down the test routines and other stuff, and we will have the presentation of them. We are starting. Yeah.
I will try to make it. So I mean,
okay.
Like really full, but
yeah, me too.
I'm doing the Bluetooth Pioneers course, so.
Okay, we can share our experience on Bluetooth and Haskell also. Matt, you?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, great. Anyone else?
I can jump in, but like Simon, I have a lot of things on, but I am also in the Plutus Pioneers program, and this would be a nice project.
Yeah, exactly. We will not repeat ourselves, so we can share information, and this will be good for other projects also. Sebastian, you? Okay. So we will also distribute the parts of the white paper and light paper and tokenomics inside this technical team, so we can have great things together. Great. I will be also in the technical team. This is a big step for me. Things getting serious. So nice. At the end, we will make our hands dirty, right?
Sounds good.
Yes.
Yeah, great.
That's
and Jacob will be managing the times and sprints and other stuff, right?
Yeah, I mean, I think managing is always the word that's kind of weird, but I think in our work, it's important that we establish certain routine and we work at certain pace, and we don't want to overkill it. We want to make it scalable. And I'm working as a Scrum master, and I'm running Scrum ceremonies, so I think I can help with that, and just we can establish our team velocity and just divide our backlog into sprints and start delivering software.
Yeah, great. And for the tokenomics, we are reading a book Sebastian offered last time, and I will share the name with you. Chakan, do you have the name? Just a second. I found it.
I'd also like to ask, are you guys interested in tokenomics? As I said it, I think Yoram is very interested in building tokenomics.
Yeah, I'm trying to figure that one out. I'm very interested in that.
I found a token engineering Discord channel. They have a lot of members. They're building a new academic field out of it. I'd like to send an invite in the chat if you'd like to join.
Yeah. That will be great. Thank you, Chaka.
I'm living right next to the University of Economics in Vienna, and they also have a tokenomics program, and they have like a paper, like a comprehensive paper for for the basics. I will share that with you in the Discord.
So for the tokens, do we actually want to make it a functional DeFi protocol with staking and things like that, and the ability to create liquidity pairs and whatnot, or do we want to do something simpler than that?
In fact, we don't have any idea right now. We are in the process of reading and reading and reading. It's a big issue, and it's important. When you submit the smart contract, there is no return back. So yeah, we should analyze that. I don't know if Sebastian has information about it. Maybe he is more experienced than us, or Mert can say something about it.
Yeah, for the tokenomics part, it's so hard to know the outcomes when it comes to know what to do on the supply part, total supply, and you have to balance the ask and the what's called in the English the balance of the customers and the supply.
Demand and supply,
yeah, demand and supply. It's so hard on tokens because for the Cardano, you can't really be sure to make your advertising well and sell your tokens to the people that does not really know Cardano. But if you are targeting only the Cardano community, it's the people get lesser. So it's hard to do. It's hard to speculate on the impact of the tokenomics on the Cardano because it differs from the Ethereum because the popularity is an issue on the blockchain.
So I think we will need to work out like a hybrid model that would work for everything we want to cover. But I want to share with you one documentation to one project that unfortunately a few days ago announced that they failed. So not a great project, but they failed for some different reasons that they didn't build the community. However, they established something, a token that had a variable emission rate. And the rate where, like with which the token was being added depended on the token price, which I thought was pretty smart. So if the price was very low, the token was being released. If the price got higher, the token emission was slowing down or stopping altogether. Perhaps something we can learn from.
So the emission part is like staking or?
No, it's adding supply. So it's infinite supply. You don't have a cap on supply. It's not, it's not anything contained. It can grow. You can continuously emit new tokens.
Yeah.
But the rate and how many tokens you emit depends on the price, the value of the token.
Okay.
Yeah, we can also, I think, make it multi-chain.
Yeah, multi-chain is an idea because we can do an initial sale on Ethereum to advertising to the blockchain community. Yeah, that's the thing.
So okay. So I guess the most scalable or universal way to write a smart contract would be in Solidity.
Yeah.
But it doesn't mean we have to go with Ethereum, right?
Yeah, but the community, building the community is a big issue on the blockchain. So really the people on the Cardano is really few people on the Cardano. So then lesser is, building tokens, lesser is, buying tokens, and the lesser is knowing the projects coming out. It's hard to know, but on the Ethereum side, there's so much going on. So there's a big community out there. It is easier to making advertisements and making your projects to be seen on, many people, and you gain their trust too because you are on Ethereum. Cardano is their black, it's like there's a black area. What is Cardano?
Well, I think it is because we are in the time where, we were 3 months into smart contracts on Cardano, and, we need to make it more scalable. So, and obviously you have the, glorified Sunday swap failure over the last recent couple of days. So people may not think of that right now, of Cardano as a right choice of platform, but I'm pretty sure in 6 months, which I think is realistic to when we will be releasing something, we will be in someplace else.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm worried about going to Ethereum because it is so expensive to mint anything on the mainnet.
Yeah.
And second, if we want to gain that trust from the Ethereum community, we would need an audit, and audits are crazy expensive, for like $200,000, $250,000 for a simple token audit. And you have to wait in line, right? Because there are so many projects on Ethereum. So I don't know about going the Ethereum route. I guess you can make the case we can launch on a layer 2 like Polygon or Gnosis or something like that. But that adds complexity to the code, especially if you want to use something really cutting edge like Optimism or Arbitrum, because those things are like rollups and they require solid code to be very specialized. So I don't know. I think our best bet would be just to go Cardano mainnet and create bridges to other networks, because if we try to start on Ethereum, I would say it's too expensive.
Yeah.
And I think, just to add a little bit to what Sebastian said, I think, we will some benefits of doing that in Cardano. There will be some community effects on Cardano as well. Whereas when we launch on, on Ethereum and then come to Cardano community, then it's not going to be well received, I think.
Yeah. Maybe we can do it on Ethereum, but if we do it on Cardano, we will be the first on Cardano.
Well, we can do it both on parallel. I don't know.
Yeah.
It's because many projects does it too. On Barnet Smart Chain and Ethereum and Polygon, they are deploying their tokens on multiple blockchains. So more users can enjoy. I don't know what it's called.
Yeah, but those chains are all EVM compatible, right? That's why it's
that's why.
If you try to do Cardano, it's gonna be UTXO Cardano and global accounting Ethereum. And
Do we know when Cardano will be able to serve EVMs?
I think
It's
this
1 year later.
1 year.
I think it's ready. The EVM is ready on Cardano.
The token converter is on test, but the chain that's using the EVM model, the KEVM, I think is not even in the testing phase.
And
So
they need Hydra for it. The Hydra will solve the problems for that, but they need 1 year for it. But
yeah, probably.
Right now, it's Cardano is good, and I know that the Cardano blockchain is the future of the blockchains. So with many ideas and the fundamental technology on the ground. So, but for the community, there is no Cardano. Just popularity is everything, and we can do it on EVM compatible popular blockchains too on the same time with the Cardano. I made many projects on EVM compatible blockchains on Ethereum, Polygon, Binance Smart Chains. They were, for the Ethereum side, it's not really expensive. So you are just deploying one contract. That's it. So for one contract, you are paying like like $100 maximum. So that's it. There's no any transaction for maintaining. That's it. Yeah. You're just deploying for once.
Okay,
Yeah, I think the community is very important in blockchain projects indeed. But I'm not so much worried about that. There was a time that nobody knew Bitcoin. There was a time nobody knew Ethereum. Nobody trusted it. But then the time comes, and if things goes right, even things fail, if you do good things and if you have a good intention, then you find people around. I'm not worried about this actually. I
Well,
mean, there will be times there will a lot of Cardanians around, and there are indeed a lot of community members. I don't know if you are actively participating other blockchain communities. I'm checking them, but there is not such kind of event as we have in Cardano.
Yeah,
Do
that's
we?
right. Yeah, that's important. And I'm not saying that we should do this project on EVM compatible blockchains. I'm saying that we should use their communities to attract to our projects to advertise, because we can't just, target the Cardano community. I think that's a wrong path. We should target the blockchain community. So for that, we should use the blockchain platforms on all of it. So SundaeSwap, why it doesn't work? Because where is the demand, Yeah.
So if we create two different tokens based on Ethereum and then based on Cardano, don't you think that will create a kind of confusion?
No, it will not.
Yeah,
Then there will be arbitrage on them. So people will make arbitrage and they will be the same at some point.
Well, in theory, I'm not sure if you guys heard about MusliSwap. But MusliSwap is basically a DEX that serves that works on Cardano and works on Bitcoin Cash. And I actually played with Bitcoin Cash, and it's mind blowing how fast and cheap it is to use. So it's pretty cool. But what made me completely astonished it was the fact that their token, which is called Milk, on both Bitcoin Cash and on Cardano is like these are two different tokens. They're not correlated anyhow. They have the same ticker, which is annoying as hell, but there is no bridge, and these are like two platforms on one website.
Yeah, this is always done like that. The tokens are not related. They can't be. So they are on a different blockchain platform, on different blockchains. So they can't, really interact. They never interact actually. The bridges are not really bridges. They're just some servers, centralized servers that looking at the transactions on one chain.
On one side.
Then it sees that transaction, then it makes the transaction, replicates it on the other side. The bridge is like this. There's no actual bridge.
In fact, not all of them are the same. We are watching Radix with Sebastian, and Radix is making arbitrage. So their bridge is not working like that.
Yeah, Radix and other Signum network is like that too. Signum on Radix. Yeah.
And they are always the same. There's a token called Radix, and there's a wrapped version on Ethereum.
Yeah.
And they are the same, always the same. people are making arbitrage there. This can be maybe you can do it in parallel, right, Matt? So we can, I think, conclude this topic.
Yeah. Yeah. Well,
Okay.
you know, there I made a project called BSC Megapad. So BSC Megapad, it's like not 8C. It's on the Binance Smart Chain. So you go to a you know, pad, the token, you know, launch pad, and you are saying that I have a project and this project has these you know, solutions, and you have a white paper, you have a website, and many people sees your project, and then they are, you know, funding your project with that, you know, buying your token. So why is that important? Because on the launchpad, there's already a community looking to tokens to buy, to see to see new projects. So there's already a waiting for project. There's a community for waiting project. So we can use some launchpads, not this platform, you know, the popular launchpads, to advertise our project, not token, actually, because token is on the, you know, on the actually the important thing is token, not the token. The project is important. So if the project good and we find the community, then there's actually nothing we should worry about it. So but we should find the community, and then it's okay.
Yeah.
And do it on a
exactly. I think the focus is on the project, on the milestone. I mean, the value of the coin will be depends on the projects and on the milestone and the team, and right. Then you will find enough money within the community or outside or connect.
Yeah.
I guess.
But also let's learn from, you know, from the way other projects launch. You know, there is so much marketing needed to launch something successfully. If you look into things like you know, some silly projects like Shiba Inu, for example, I keep on quoting that because this project got some amazing database, like user base. And you know, also SundaeSwap, you know, there was so much hype around SundaeSwap. They have like 250,000 followers on Twitter. So you know, it's needed for sure. I'm of an opinion that if you build the most, you know, profitable project with the best UX and UI, and you don't have people to use it,
yeah,
it's waste of time.
Yeah, I saw many projects that only for the they have only the community, but the project is so simple, and you know, the content is so few, but they are making a lot of money because of the community.
Yeah,
that's the community is the important part for it, and our project, the community is everything, because everything is related on our project is based on community.
So to attract community, we need to be generating content, and we should be using you know, our success stories so far. So you know, past campaigns and people in them, you guys need to be producing like a lot of content, posts, images, videos, you know, and we should be just repurposing that and just playing that all the time.
Yeah, that's a way. Yeah, Twitter is popular on blockchain. We can use Twitter a lot, and Medium. We can, you know, write some writings. And yeah,
Yeah. Is there anyone that want to write something, create content, make copyrights?
I guess that's always a tricky one, and I think you need
Maybe,
like
yeah, maybe we should create them together. What do you think?
I think we need to find the right person to do that, because there are people who just sit down, they just start typing, and they produce magic, something that reads very nicely, that has that they can easily link it to the brand values and the brand tone of voice as well. And I think for littlefish it's important that we create this tone of voice and this brand, and we are consistent. I was thinking that littlefish is like, I actually watched this video on YouTube yesterday about the fairy tale about the fisherman and the little golden fish, and yeah, the fisherman had a bit of beard like you, Cham. So, but I thought that's okay. Making wishes come true is a big element of what we're doing too, and the storytelling element is super important. If we get that right, it will be much easier to build a community around that. Yeah.
Yeah, right.
Another thing for the tokenomics, I noticed that Robert is part of the Cardano for Climate Change Discord, and he's like researching bonding curves on blockchain, and he's very knowledgeable about tokenomics, bonding curves, and automated market makers. So I don't know if anyone who knows him could contact
Yeah,
him.
I know Robert well. I know him well. If we can have a session with him, he will be happy.
Yeah, great. Can you schedule that one?
Yeah, that's on me.
He's in New
We can
Zealand,
invite
right?
him
So
maybe next Monday, and have a session on tokenomics next Monday, if it's okay with everyone. Or
I believe he's in New
Okay.
Zealand, and right now it's like early in the morning for them. Like
yeah, it's good
10
time.
in the morning, something like that.
It's nine in the morning for them now.
Yeah.
Ah, okay.
It's a good timing.
No.
12 hours. Yeah. Sorry.
No, they see you next time. Thank you.
Sure.
No
See you guys
worries.
around. Oh, and just
Goodbye.
I saw that Robert signed up for the Cardano for Climate meeting on Wednesday on the meetup group, so he might be there. Although it's super early for him, I don't know if he'll actually be there, but he just signed up today.
Okay, that's cool.
Maybe we can have a
Yeah,
breakout room. Finer.
Sorry.
Maybe we can have a breakout room on Wednesday. Can you maybe ask for that, Jerome? And if not, we go for Monday, or I mean, whatever you think, of course. But
You in breakout room after town hall, or what do you mean?
no, if he comes to Cardano for Climate anyway, to the Cardano for Climate meetup.
Yeah, but this week it's the governance week, and we have we want to participate in the governance week as Cardano for Climate as well. So we'll have session about governance.
Yeah, okay. Next week we can make a breakout room about tokenomics and we can talk there. What do you think?
Yeah.
Okay.
But or we can ask him to stay after the call. But again, it will be 4 o'clock in the morning for him, so I don't know if he will join.
Maybe we can find another time to match him his timeline. It's okay for me.
Yeah, he's leading the Eastern Town Hall every Saturday morning.
Whatever works
Europe
best
time.
for him, right? We can just see what works for him. Then.
And guys, should we try to maybe start drafting something to just bounce back off him, so that we just we don't go empty-handed to ask for his advice?
So maybe we should have a tokenomics meeting beforehand to talk about it.
Okay.
Yeah, good idea. And I just put in power. I mean, it just I love their design. I love the way they do, and they're actually launching their token now, and kind of sold out, or they got bombarded. I mean, their server fails. But yeah, so they actually postponed it in a couple of days, and you can register, I think, till tomorrow. But it's just a project that I love, the way they communicate, the way they do, with impact on Cardano. So maybe we can use it as an example as well. I don't think they have ambitions like the deck says and so on. They kind of, I think, build it in a different way, and a lot of the money goes into actually investing in housing. But yeah, so there's kind of real value there as well.
So maybe that's the way we should, start, not to reinvent the wheel, but just kind of almost copy what they did. So, start with a staking pool. Sorry?
Who is they?
Empower, for example. Or any other, successful ISPO, because, we had an example of, Meld. We had example of, for example, Genius Yield, who is doing ISPO as well. And they have some different rules. So, if you're staking for the full 25 epochs, you get times free tokens at the end. So, they have some incentives to make people stake for a long time. And I think in our case, the earlier we can start with the staking pool, have that ready, the better. That we have time to plan the whole campaign or the process to build stuff for let's say 50 epochs, and after that release the token.
Okay. So as I see it, I mean, I've been thinking about this quite a bit for Cardano After Dark, and also I think I've been gotten some other tokens from some different projects and stuff like that. And to me, it seems like you just think about ways how you can give away the token and kind of incentivize something, and then then you allocate some percentage of the total tokens. And one thing that I think makes a lot of sense is clustering it also in time, especially for at least for the public tokens that you put out into the hands of stake pool of stakers. And I think what I think is really weird, what a lot of projects are doing, is putting the token out there really quickly on the stake pool. So I don't know why they're doing that, but I feel like it would be much better if they paid out a lot of token at the beginning, and then just like Bitcoin did, slowly put less tokens out there, which incentivizes the price to grow. So yeah, that's some of my thoughts. Maybe we could everyone come up with some ideas about how we could incentivize, or what we would like to incentivize, and what kind of allocation we would like to put there. And well, I at least will do that, and maybe one or two other people would like to do that, and we can present our ideas and talk about it in the next meeting. So that's cool with everyone?
Yeah. Let's read the book and check the examples, and we should have something to talk next week.
Yeah.
By the way, yeah, we can have a draft of the white paper, and we can talk about it also. I have so many things in mind to write down to the white paper.
Yes, I read the paper from the University of Vienna that I also shared here, and I feel like it didn't help too much with the task at hand, but let's look into it for sure.
Mhm. Okay, then. Do you have any questions or things to say? Or we can close the meeting today.
No, great that you're going into the action.
Yeah, we are very excited because we are bored with the conferences and other stuff. You know, we are engineers.
Yeah, that's good.
Awesome.
Okay.
Okay, everybody, have a good evening. Take care.
You
Good
too.
evening. Bye
Bye-bye.
bye.
Everyone.
Bye-bye.
See you. Bye bye.
Thank you. Well done.
Yeah.